It is time now for a check of the top business news stories, and our business editor Kate Moody is here. Hi there, Kate.
Hi, Tom.
The global economy is growing again, and what's more, it's happening at a faster pace than many had imagined.
Yeah, vaccinations and ongoing fiscal support from governments around the world are setting the stage for a strong economic recovery. That's according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development in its latest economic outlook, which is subtitled The Need for Speed. It's talking particularly about vaccinations there. The group expects global GDP to expand 5.6% this year. That's a 1.4% boost from its previous outlook. The Eurozone is predicted to grow 3.9% and the US 6.5%. That's a significant upgrade from the last projection. China and India are on track to be the fastest growing economies in the world this year. Well, that latest round of US stimulus is one of the major factors in the upwards revision, but the support will go hand in hand with a speedy and effective distribution of vaccines around the world. Here's Chief Economist Laurence Boone speaking to France 24 earlier today.
It's the combination of vaccination and fiscal support that will allow the economy to rebound. In Europe, the fiscal support has been tremendous. It's a huge progress on the financial crisis, but vaccination is far too slow. And there is no point, piling additional fiscal stimulus if there is not enough vaccination to reopen the economy. What you have in the US, by contrast, is fast vaccination, an economy reopening, and the fiscal support. I think one thing important to keep in mind is it's $1.9 trillion on top of the $900 billion that were decided in December. So it's massive. It's raising our US projections from 3.2% we had in December to 6.5% this year. It's very big. It has huge spillover on the world because obviously there will be increased demand for non-US product that could raise the global output by a full percentage point, and even Europe by 0.5 percentage point.
Well, the broader outlook may be brightening there, but millions of families around the world are still facing serious economic difficulty as a direct result of the pandemic. In Italy, 1 million people were plunged into poverty last year, as Maria Sofos reports.
These are just some of the thousands of people who've been queuing up every day for food parcels at 2 distribution points managed by Milan's Daily Bread charity. Despite being the centre of Italy's industrial north and one of the richest cities in Europe, Milan has seen poverty soar since the arrival of COVID-19 a year ago.
Non è vita. Per me non è vita. Io non sono abituato torno a dire, a venire qua o chiedere elemosina.
Quelli che avevo li ho terminati, li ho finiti, purtroppo, perché andare avanti più di un anno senza lavorare, quel poco che avevi messo da parte se n'è andato.
According to figures released by Italy's National Statistics Agency on Thursday, the number of people in absolute poverty jumped by 1 million in 2020 to 5.6 million, a 15-year high. This represents some 2 million households that can't afford basic living necessities. As for the state of the Italian economy last year, GDP shrank by nearly 9%, though many are hoping that the outlook will improve following the appointment of former European Central Bank chief Mario Draghi as Prime Minister. 2020 also saw unemployment rise, with 450,000 people losing their jobs, mainly women, younger workers and the self-employed.
Some 5,000 workers in the British steel industry risk losing their jobs after the collapse of finance giant Greensill Capital, which filed for bankruptcy on Monday. Greensill was the main financial backer of the UK's third largest steel company, whose boss has today warned that it's facing a challenging situation. Sanjeev Gupta is holding crisis talks with unions that represent Liberty Steel workers. The group owns 12 steel plants across the country, including those that it took over from Tata Steel in 2017. The steel industry plays both a strategically and symbolically important role in the UK economy, despite representing just a fraction of its economic output. Let's finish with a look at the day's trading action now. The major European indices closed higher. The DAX and CAC 40 gaining about 0.4 percentage point each. Stocks in Milan closing up a little bit more. The FTSE 100 in London up just under 0.5% there. Wall Street is trending sharply higher. The tech-heavy Nasdaq on track for its best day since November. Shares up 3 3/4 of a percentage point this hour. The S&P 500 up 2%. The Dow Jones just over 1. Investors welcoming the confirmation that the U.S. House of Representatives will on Wednesday vote on the final version of the $1.9 trillion stimulus package, which was approved by the Senate on Saturday. That bill is expected to pass and to shortly be signed into law by President Joe Biden, just in time to renew the pandemic unemployment benefits, which are due to expire this weekend, Tom. So the clock is really, really ticking for lawmakers to save millions of Americans from losing all unemployment benefits altogether.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for bringing us up to speed. Our business editor, Kate Moody. Thank you.